Then after mo ipasa, ibibigay ko sa yung bago mong task.
Tama. Tapos ano yan,
Mm.
makita.
Okay, sige. So, ano
Ibigay
siya,
ko
about
lang,
siya doon sa last
sir,
topic natin.
yan po yung comments niyo kung paano yung pag-solve ng, tsaka yung pag-write ng solution.
Opo, mag-send po ako ng ng feedback.
Okay.
Opo.
Sige mo.
Okay, sige. So, oo. Send mo lang after nito. And then after that, bibigay ko sa iyo yung new task about doon sa last topic natin.
True.
Okay, so anyway, let's go to work and energy. Okay, so umuusad tayo. Okay, so at least nagiging malayo na tayo. Mas time goes by and nasa work and energy na tayo. And hopefully, no, hopefully at least next month matapos natin yung buong yung at least makarating na tayo no sa modern physics.
Tama, kasi yun na pa
Okay,
yung matagal.
if we push this no even further no. So ano naman tayo, twice a week naman tayo. So ang format kasi natin is every meeting iba-ibang chapter. So
Oo.
ano tayo
Kaya
to,
naman
fast pacing.
for now.
Kasi ano lang naman to,
Modern yung may
general physics, general physics or fundamental physics standard, no? So yun yung ini-impose ko. So anyway, so we're now with work and energy. Okay, so we're done discussing what are forces. Again, forces causes motion, no? So they cause motion, and if we want to predict what would be the motion of the object or particles, then kailangan alam natin yung complete description nung forces na nag-act dun sa system. So if we know the forces and we know the initial conditions, then actually we can predict what would be the behavior or motion of the particles. Just like yung ginawa natin sa air resistance. So dahil sa
Oo.
air resistance sa falling, alam natin na merong gravity, air resistance. So from Newton's second law, na predict natin ano yung magiging velocity niya as time goes by. And na-discover natin na kapag greater than sa terminal velocity, the particle will slow down until ma-reach niya yung limit. Then kapag lower sa terminal velocity, so the particle will speed up actually, no? Until
Tama.
ma-reach niya yung terminal velocity. So na-predict natin yung ganung behavior by just knowing yung forces na nag-act doon sa body. No? So, yun yung power ng Newton's laws. Ngayon naman, nasa work and energy tayo. So, we want to define what is energy. No? So, first is, what is work, no? Or work W, denoted as W. It is a scalar quantity. It's a number. No? It is a number na magbibigay sa atin ng feel or intuition kung meron bang effect yung force doon sa object. Okay, so masasabi natin, so we can say that the force has work done on the object if the force has an effect on the object. Okay, so kung meron siyang effect doon sa object. So, yan nga yung sinulat ko dito. No? So, ganyan ko siya naiintindihan. So, in mathematical terms, so work is just the dot product of the force vector and the displacement vector. Or F times displacement times cosine of theta. So the theta there is the angle between the force vector and the displacement vector. So for example, your object moves from here up to here. Okay, so nag-move yung object from left to right due to the force that is directed in this direction. Okay,
Mm.
so yan yung nagpa-move doon sa object. Then after the force acts on the object um, moves okay to the right, then magkakaroon siya ng displacement na delta x, no? So dapat itong delta x na is okay, it is a vector, ayan siya. Okay, so that's your delta x, no? Now, take note na itong formula ng work na to is valid only for constant force. If the force is varying, hindi na pwede tong formula na to. So we should change it into integral. So later on, no, makikita natin yun. So anyway, so what we can say, no, dito sa work is that there are three components of this, right? The force, the displacement, and the angle. Okay, so F delta X cosine of theta. So that means, dapat lahat yan may values. So magkakaroon tayo ng non-zero work. Okay, so that means, if mag-act yung force sa isang object, so that force should cause the object to have displacement. Okay, so, and mangyayari yon if the theta is unequal to 90 degrees. Okay,
Oo.
unequal to 90 degrees. Okay, so if theta
Ah,
is equal to 90 degrees, then cosine 90 would be 0. So magkakaroon tayo ng zero work done. So let's put that into test. Okay, let's say this is your object. And let's say your force is directly upward. Okay, and we can say na if the object moves in this direction, let's say merong nagpapamove sa kanya in this direction, so this is the displacement. Okay, so yung force, wala siyang effect dito sa displacement. Wala, because, kasi yung force is perpendicular doon sa displacement. So the force has no effect. Hindi niya speed up or slow down yung object. It has no effect on the displacement of the object or on the horizontal direction. So therefore, in the horizontal direction, this force has no work done. It's zero. Okay, so dyan magkakaroon tayo ng zero work. But of course, in the perspective of, in the vertical motion, okay, if the force is upward, then the object also moves upward. Of course, hindi na 90 degrees yung angle nila. The angle would be zero because the displacement and the force are now parallel. Okay, so the force now has an effect on the displacement of the object. Therefore, its work is non-zero. Okay, so doon lang tayo magkakaroon ng zero work, no? If the force has no effect on the displacement of the object.
tama.
Okay, so ganun din yung gravity, right? So if, for example, if gravity acts downward, okay, its weight, and then the object moves in this direction. Let's say some guy here pushes this box to the right. So of course, the box will move to the right, and the gravity acts downward. So therefore, the work done by gravity is zero. So why zero? Because the gravity has no effect on the motion of the object. Because it acts downward, 90 degrees to the displacement. Okay, so yan yung example natin ng kung kailan magiging zero yung work done by a force. Okay, so let's go back. Okay. So what's the SI unit of work done? So the force is newtons, displacement is meters, cosine theta has no unit, unitless. So 1 Newton meter is 1 joule. Okay, or 1 capital J. Okay, so that's the unit of work. So let's have this example. Okay, so for example, if the force is going in this direction, okay, goes in this direction, and then the object is displaced from this position, okay, up to here. Okay, so the displacement is delta x. So the question now is, if theta is 60 degrees, so what is the work done by the force? So, okay, so sobrang dali lang yan. Work done is equal to force times displacement, magnitude of displacement times cosine of theta. So force is 100 newtons, okay, times 10 meters, times cosine of 60 degrees. So 100 times 10 is 1,000.
Tama.
Okay, 1,000 Newton meter. And then cosine 60 degrees is 1 half, right?
Tama, 1/2.
So therefore, it is equal to 500 joules. Okay, so that is the work done. So since work is non-zero, therefore, the force has an effect on the displacement of the object. Okay, so may effect siya doon sa displacement ng object, no? So that is the work done by the force. Okay, so let's move on. So what if the force changes? Okay, what if nagbabago yung force, no? Kasi dito, the force is constant, right? It doesn't change. Like if the force acts here, then 100 newton siya. And then hanggang makarating dito yung object, the force is still the force applied is still 100 newtons. So the force is constant all throughout the motion of the object. It doesn't change. So in that case, the work done is given by this formula. However, this formula is a special case. Okay, special case siya in a sense na valid lang siya kapag yung force is constant. But what if the force is not constant? So I mean, if the box is right here, so the force is F, then nung nakarating na dito yung object, F2 na yung force, then pagdating dito, F3 na, pagdating dito, F4, then pagdating dito, F5. I mean, the force um, varies, right, along the path. So, ang maganda niyan is i-graph natin yung force with respect to position. Because the force changes with respect to position now. Okay, so if we graph it, let's say this is the graph. Okay, so ano yung behavior ng force kapag ganito yung graph niya? So let's say ito yung graph niya. Ano yung behavior ng force with respect to position? So as the object travels, what happens to force?
Generally increases mo.
Okay, it increases, right? So ang nangyayari, the scenario is we increase the force as the object travels. Okay, so yun yung ginagawa natin, no? Now, what is the work done by the force? Of course, the previous formula is not valid anymore, cannot be used. So what will happen is that it turns out that the area under this graph,
Integral mo.
okay, that the area under this graph is the work done.
Mm,
Okay, so of course, the area under the graph is given by this function. So f of x is the force function dx. And remember, f of x dx is the area of the strip,
Aba.
right? So it's the area of the strip. And then we add those strips. And how many of them should we add? Infinite of them. So therefore, we have integral. Okay, so we add this infinite strips. So magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng integral. And it turns out this f of x dx integral is just the work done. Okay, so work done now is equal to integral of force times dx. Okay, so from initial position to final position. Okay, so that means okay, the work done is invariant of the path. Okay, it is
Aba.
invariant of the path. So let's say this is your position. Okay, let's say let's mag ano muna tayo sa two dimensions, no? So let's say this is your x1, y1, x2, y2. Okay, so any path, okay. So so as long as you have the same force, okay, the work done is independent of the path taken. Okay, it doesn't matter. So nagmamatter yung endpoints, no? Yun yung nagmamatter sa work done. So i-elaborate natin yan mamaya yung pagiging independent ng work done sa path taken. Okay, so saan lang
Aba.
nakadepende yung work? Sa initial and final position and doon sa
Display.
force applied. Okay, doon lang siya
Aba.
nakadepende. Wala siyang pakialam kung ano yung path taken by the particle. It doesn't matter. Okay, so yun lang
Mm.
yung nagmamatter dyan. Okay, so anyway, elaborate natin yung mamaya. And in fact, this one is a general formula. Okay, general formula siya. Wait lang.
Ano pala po, 'di ba, di ba po may integral with respect to displacement is yung work nga po. What is the derivative with ano
Mm-mm.
po? What's the derivative with respect to displacement?
Parang wala pa nun.
Baka wala masyado pong uses.
Oo, oo, oo. Oo. Wala pa nun.
Aba.
So, hindi, ang alam lang natin, di ba, is dx over dt is velocity.
Aba.
Instantaneous velocity. So, yung pa lang so far, yung nako-cover natin. Okay,
Aba.
anyway. So, actually, this is a general formula. I can derive this formula, the first box, okay, using this. Okay, what if the force is constant? Work is equal to force dx. Okay, so, or f of x, force function dx. It turns out that the force is constant. It is f all throughout the path. So, we can bring it out of the integral. So, f and then dx from xi to xf. xi to xf. And then what will happen? F by fundamental theorem, x from xi to xf, right?
Kaya ganun.
So, what
Oh,
will happen now? Fxf minus xi. What is xf minus xi?
delta x po.
Yes, delta x. So, this is exactly your formula.
Okay.
Okay?
Ano ba?
And this formula is for constant force. Eh sir, paano naman po natin makukuha yung cosine theta? Kasi 'di ba? So actually this one is only valid for constant force, and theta is equal to 0 degrees. So
Mm.
that means the displacement and the force are parallel.
Oh.
Okay? Dito sa formula na to, may nakikita ka bang cosine?
Wala po.
Wala. So therefore, this is only valid for theta is equal to 0 degrees.
Mm.
Okay? So what if we want to generalize it? Okay? So as we can see in our higher physics courses. So anyway, didiscuss naman natin yun. Pero i-mention ko na rin sa'yo. No? So let's say we want the cosine theta to appear in our formula. So work is equal to, so let's say we have from initial position to final position of f force function dot dx.
Oh.
Okay, so that means work is the integral of the dot product of the force function and dx. Okay, so yan yung mas complete form, okay, nung work done. Then in that way, we can now derive for constant force, we can now derive f delta x cosine theta. Okay, for constant force.
Saka mahirap po.
Okay, pero later on, i-discuss,
Tama.
yes, medyo kasi dot product na siya. So, mag-limit muna tayo dito since nasa basic pa lang naman tayo. So, anyway, um, okay. So, let's try this. So, again, in using this formula, what are the conditions? Um, this is for theta is equal to 0 degrees. Force and displacement are parallel. And then here, hindi naman required na maging parallel yung force and displacement kasi may cosine tayo. But, the force should be constant. Okay, so yun yung pinagkaiba ng dalawang formula.
Tama.
Okay, but of course, they both want to calculate the work done. So, in this case, what if we have this force function 2x squared plus 5x. Okay, so ibig sabihin, at x is equal to 0 meters, what is the force? F is equal to 2 times 0 plus 5 times 0. The answer is 0. So that means at 0 meters, the force is 0 newtons. Okay, at x is equal to 2 meters, what is the force? 2 times 2 squared plus 5 times 2, what is the answer? 8 plus 10, 18
18.
newtons. Yes, so
Tama.
that means as the particle travels, what happens to the force applied? It increases.
Opo.
Okay? So it increases according to this function. Of course, kumpletuhin ko yung equation. Dapat ganito ko siya sinulat. F is equal to 2 newtons per meter squared x squared plus, if we want to include the units, 5 newton per meter times x. So this is a more complete form of the formula.
Opo.
Okay, so let's work this out. Let's say the particle moves from 0 to 10 meters. So the question now is, what is the work done? Okay, we cannot use the first formula. We should use the second formula. So work done is equal to, okay, kumpletuhin natin yung solution. Assuming, assuming that the force and displacement are parallel. So meaning that theta is equal to 0 degrees. So therefore, work done is equal to from xi to xf of f of x dx. Okay? So hindi siya naka-dot product. So equal siya ngayon sa from 0 meters to 10 meters
Tan.
of 2x squared. Hindi ko muna ilagay yung unit para hindi mahirap.
Opo.
Plus 5x dx. So what's the answer to this? So the integral of 2x squared is 2x cubed over 3.
Tapos,
Okay, from 0
Opo.
meters to 10 meters
5,
plus
5x squared over 2 po.
x squared.
Ayan.
Yes, 5x squared over 2 from 0 meters to 10 meters. Okay, nice. And then what's the answer to this? Huwag mo na pansinin yung 0. 0 naman yan. So magkakaroon tayo ng 2 times 10 cubed over 3 plus 5 10 squared. Of course, kapag syempre, lumalaban ka na sa mga competition, dapat mabilis ka syempre okay, 0 naman eh, di ba?
Opo.
So, wag na natin substitute, 0 naman eh. So, dapat, para mabilis yung calculation. So, over 2. Of course, pero sa mga problem sets mo, kailangan medyo kompleto. So, 10 cube is, okay, so we have 10 cube
Thousand.
times 2 divided by 3. So, it's 600. Okay, gawin natin sigurong fraction muna, no? So, 10 cube is 1,000. So, we have,
66 squared.
okay, 10 cube is 1,000. So, 2,000 divided by 3, right? Then, plus 5 times 10 squared is 100. So, 500 divided by 2. So, what's the answer to that? So, let's simplify that. Okay, so we have 2,000 divided by 3 plus 500 divided by 2. So the simple answer is 2,750 over 3. 2,750 over 3. Joules, of course, kasi work done yung kinukuha natin, di ba?
Tama.
Okay, so, or, in decimal term, 916.67.
Kumulang pa po sa
Okay,
kumulang
or,
pa sa kilojoule.
So, let's say you want a more complete solution of this. So, if you include the unit, hindi kasama sa mai-integrate yung unit. Okay, so that means this is also equal to 2, of course may unit to, 'di ba? 2, what's the unit of that? Newton per meter squared x cubed over 3. Okay? From 0 meters to 10 meters plus 5 Newton per meter x squared over 3, ay over 2. From 0 meters to 10 meters. Okay, so Siguro mas maganda kung may unit ikaw na ilalagay. So, let's continue this. Okay, so magiging 2 Newton per meter squared times 10 meter cube over 3. Okay, so magiging ganyan siya. And then, next is what will happen? Plus 5 Newton per meter times 10 meters squared. Palagi may isasama yung unit sa algebra. Okay, so what will happen? 2 Newton per meter squared. What is 10 meter cube? So 1,000 meter cube. Okay, and then divided by 3. Plus 5 Newton per meter. And then 10 meters squared is 100 meter squared. Okay, divided by 2. Okay, so malapit na. So we have now, so in the numerator, so we have 2,000. Okay, and then what will happen to meter squared and meter cube? What
Newton,
happened to
Newton,
meter cube and meter squared?
Newton meters
Okay,
na po.
so, okay, makakancel kasi nasa baba yung meter squared. So, magiging Newton meter. Then, divided by 3 plus, um, so what's 100 times 5? 500
Newton meter. Yung volume.
Newton meter. Okay, so consistent, di ba? Over 2. And then, this will become, yung sagot natin kanina, 2,750 over 3 Newton meter. And we know that Newton meter is joules. So this will become 916.67 Newton meter. Okay, so that is our, or joules pala. Okay, always express it in joules. Okay, so at least nakita natin how these units are manipulated, no? Kung paano sila included sa algebra. Okay, sa buong process. Okay, so I encourage you na ito yung gawin mo. Kasi ito yung important sa science. The
Oo,
cancellation
opo.
of units and what would be the final unit. Or if the final answer would be unitless. Okay, because the units are very, very important in science.
True.
So, very important sila. So, anyway, okay, so let's proceed to energy. Okay, kasi ano, sa energy na tayo. So, nice. Sa
Pero may ano
energy.
pala po, meron ba pong ano, meron ba
Hmm.
pong explanation sa work being the joules din po sa energy?
Kung bakit yung energy din yung joules?
Na ba?
Oo, kasi yung work and energy are related eh. So, i-connect natin sila mamaya.
Sige po.
Ah, so, related sila. Related sila. So, you will discover that work is just a change in energy.
True. Opo.
Okay, so later on, magkakaroon ka ng intuition na if the force has work done on the particle or object, so that means that the force is has transferred energy to that object. So nag-transfer siya ng energy doon sa object na yon, which will cause that object to change energy. Okay, so parang ganun yung pwede nating maging intuition. Because energy is the capacity to do work. So without energy, we will not have this capacity. Okay, we will the force will not have the capacity to do work. Okay, without energy. Okay, so of course, if you apply force to an object, you should have energy. Okay, and then in that way, dun lang siya magkakaroon ng work done. So that means energy and work are interrelated. Okay, so that's why they have the same SI unit, which is joules, okay, or J. No, and we can discover that since work is equal to f of x dx, right? from initial to final position. Okay? And then from Newton's second law, let's say this f of x is a net force, right? So F is equal to MA, right? So dyan siya equal. So therefore, M times dV over dt.
Oh.
Correct? Okay, so that means, so this is equal to
Wait.
xi to xf of M dV over dt dx. Okay, so a little bit of mathematical acrobatics. This is just the same of saying that, kasi 'di ba, pwede kong gawin na dx by chain rule, dx over dt
DT mo.
times dt.
True.
Right? So, yan yung pwede kong gawin. So, we can just change that. So, magiging xi to xf. So, m dv over dt of dx over dt times dt. Okay? And then after that, um, of course, I can bring that to, so this dx over dt here. So, diyan ko na lang siya ilalagay. Okay, so parang nagma-mathematical acrobatics tayo, no? So,
For me
what's
naman.
inside is dv over dt times dt. Of course, this one is the same as saying dv,
True.
right? So, this will become xi to xf, and also, what's this term? Derivative of position with respect to time. What's that?
Velocity mo.
Okay, velocity, right? So, or instantaneous velocity. So, m times v. And then this one
Oh,
is dv. Oh,
no,
so meron tayong v dv. Oh, we
no.
can we can integrate this further. So, of course, this change of variable will require us to change this xi to xf to vi to
Wala, nakikita ko
vf.
na po yung nangyayari.
Okay? So, at least, so m, then what's the derivative, integral of velocity with respect to
V squared
velocity?
over 2. Yun na po.
So, v squared over 2 from vi to vf. Okay? And then after that, this will become 1 half
MV squared. Ayun na pala.
mv
It
squared
will derive.
from vi to, yes, so that's your kinetic energy. And in fact, so this is equal to 1 half mvf squared minus 1 half mvi squared.
No
So
way.
that means if I let me define k. So kapag ganito yung symbol ko, definition. Okay, so let
Oo.
me define 1 half mv squared as the kinetic energy. So if I define that in that way, so that will become k sub f minus k sub I. So that means work is just the change in kinetic
Oh,
energy.
no. It can
So,
be
so this is now the famous work energy theorem. Okay?
impossible.
So they are interrelated. So what this means is that if the force is applied to the object and the object changes kinetic energy, so that means the force has work done on the object. And in fact, that work done is the change in kinetic energy. Okay? So actually, ginawa ko na yan dito, pero gusto ko din siyang isulat. So ito siya. Okay? So ito yung parang shortcut version. Then ito yung nangyari. Okay? So let's say we have a force, again assuming that the force and displacement are parallel kasi dun lang limited yung integral natin. Okay? So that means if I apply force to the object, then the object will change velocity from v1 to v sub 2. Okay, or from VI to VF. It's up to you kung anong gusto mo. So V1 to V2 or from VI to VF. So that change in velocity corresponds to a change in kinetic energy, right? So corresponds to a change in kinetic energy. And that change in kinetic energy is exactly the work done. So we don't need to determine what is the force applied. Di na natin kailangan. And we also don't need to determine what is the displacement. We just need to determine the mass of the object and its change in velocity.
Wow.
That's all. Okay, so that's all we need. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, dinerive natin yung
So,
famous na
so,
kinetic energy. Hmm. Okay, kinetic energy. Okay, so this is your kinetic energy. It is the
uh,
energy of moving matter or wave. And there are other kinetic energies like radiant energy. So sound energy is also kinetic energy because sound is moving. It's a wave through air. Okay, so sound
okay.
energy is kinetic energy. Okay, thermal energy because thermal energy is um well, we define temperatures, the average kinetic energy of all the particles that make up the system. So therefore, thermal energy is kinetic energy. And also wave, no? So ano din siya?
They're all kinetic
Um
energy.
kinetic energy. Okay, and this is the work energy theorem. Okay, so yung K na yan is pwede din siya maging K, pwede siya maging KE, or pwede siya maging letter T. Okay, so it's up to you kung ano yung gusto mong gamitin. Pero ang gagamitin natin yung capital K.
Opo.
Okay, so anyway, sa higher physics ang ginagamit letter T, no?
Mm.
So
Ba't kaya po?
anyway, pero di ko alam
Kinet
kung bakit. So yun lang yung
kinetic
ginagamit
energy.
nila.
Na ano po yung ano.
Mm. Hindi ko di ko lang alam kung bakit letter T, no? Pero yun yung ginagamit nila. So
Mm.
another one is what if we have a mass or mass m object, then this object falls under gravity. So you have acceleration due to gravity. So therefore, this mass will accelerate downward. So let's say from V1, okay, so this object increases speed up to V2, right? So nag-increase yung speed niya because of gravity. So what we're going to do is that alam natin na yung nag-act na force is its weight, right?
Opo.
Constant force. Okay, mg. So yan yung nag-act. And also, dahil sa gravity, magkakaroon siya ng displacement, right? So
Opo.
magkakaroon siya ng displacement. So let's say, galing siya sa y1, mapupunta siya sa y2. Okay? So from y1 to y2. So what will happen now? Okay, so work done by gravity is equal to the integral from initial y to final y. Right? So magiging letter y na tayo. Then from f of y, dy. Okay? Then what's the force of gravity? So f of y, it turns out na equals siya sa mg. So it's constant. Right? So constant siya. Now, what we're going to do is a substitute natin. So magkakaroon tayo ng from y1 to y2. Okay? Tapos gagawin natin tong mg. Okay? And then dy. Okay? So ito na yung form natin. Ano kaya integral nito?
Mm,
Hmm,
ano na, so, kasi kayo may
Okay?
BDY na, so dapat MGY?
Okay, kasi 'di ba yung mg is
Opo.
constant, right? And then this will become y from y1 to y2. Okay, so magkakaroon tayo ng mg. Okay, nga pala, the force is downward, right? So downward, so that means, so this is F is equal to negative mg. It's always downward. So therefore, negative to, negative to, negative. So negative, negative, negative. And then inside, we have y2 minus y1. Okay, so this will now become negative mg y2 plus mg y1. Okay? Or nga pala, kahit hindi ko muna i-distribute yung negative, so this will become mg y2 minus mg y1. Now, let me define this as potential energy,
Yun pala yung
right? Or
potential.
the gravitational potential energy. So mgy, right?
Aba.
So I will define that as gravitational potential energy. So this will become negative of U2 minus U1. So this will now become negative of delta U. So that means the work done by gravity is the negative change in potential energy.
Aba.
Okay? So yan yung form natin, no? So marami na tayong formula for work done. So meron na tayong formula for constant force, meron na tayong formula na general formula for constant angles or zero angle, and meron na rin tayong formula as change in kinetic energy, and now our formula for work is the negative change in potential energy. Okay, so that is the work done by gravity.
Aba.
Okay, so work done by gravity, actually nandito na rin yan. Okay, dinerive ko na rin yan. And ito yung scenario. So let's say the origin is located here. Okay, located dyan yung origin. And then, nalaglag siya from Y1 papunta sa Y2. Okay? Pero in reality, yung origin na yan is again arbitrary. What does arbitrary mean? What does arbitrary mean?
Yung parang ano, it's just something na we made, kung magaganon.
Okay, so
We can choose freely.
walang pakialam yung work done kung nasaan yung origin. I mean,
Aba.
ganito yan. So let's say this is the ground. And then I chose the origin to be the ground. Okay? And then this is your object. Object with mass m. Okay. So the distance from the ground, because yan yung origin mo, is y. Okay, so therefore, what is the potential energy? U is equal to negative. U is mgy. Tama ba?
Aba.
So it's mgy. So yan yung potential energy ng object na yan. But what if, since the choice of origin is arbitrary, what if I chose the origin to be at the top of the particle?
Mm.
And then what's gonna happen? So the y now will become negative y, right? So that means the potential energy of that particle is negative mgy. It will now become negative. Simply because the origin is above the object. Okay, so that
Oo, aba.
means the exact value of potential energy is also arbitrary. It depends on your choice of origin. Okay, so if I say that the potential energy of this particle is 3 joules, this is nonsense,
Aba.
right? Ano yung kulang ko?
Mm, siguro
Hindi
kulang
ko
na.
define nasaan yung origin.
Aba, wala nga na. Wala kasi kung
Oo,
nasaan ba
di ba?
yung object ba nasa axis.
Yes, di natin alam kung below the ground ba, above the ground, or above the particle,
Mm.
or malapit sa infinity. I don't know. Okay? Sinabi ko lang 3 joules siya. Okay? So, pwede kang gumawa ng assumption, okay, siguro with respect to the ground.
Aba.
Okay? Pero syempre, yung 3 joules is not a special, hindi yan unique. So the value, always remember that the value of potential energy is not unique. What does that mean? That means there's no one value of potential energy. there are infinite values of potential energy for one object.
With respect to something.
Okay, so that means, yes, it's always with respect to something. So that means the potential energy of this object can be 3 joules. This can also be 2 joules. It can also be negative 1 joule. It can also be 1 million joules, if you will. It can also be negative 2 times 10 raised to 8 joules. I don't know. It's always with respect to something. And sa lahat ng potential energy na to, hindi nagbago yung position ng particle. Nandyan lang siya.
True. Tama.
Okay? So, I mean, yung potential energy niya can be any value which depends on its position in space, or its not position but its distance from your chosen origin. Okay, so yun yung arbitrariness, no? But okay, let's repeat the procedure. Let's say this is the object, and nalaglag yung object due to gravity, due to the influence of gravity. And let's say we choose the origin to be the ground. Okay? So pinili natin yung origin na ground, no? So that means this object will have a initial potential energy, and then magkakaroon siya ng final potential energy. Right? So magkakaroon siya ng final potential energy. So the work done would be negative U2 minus U1. Right?
Tama.
So yan na yung work done ng gravity sa kanya. Tama ba?
Tama.
Okay? Ngayon, we switch the origin. Let's place the origin below the ground. Let's place it here. Okay? So that means, dahil nagkaroon na siya ng bagong distance, magkakaroon na rin siya ng bagong value ng potential energy from magiging U2 prime na to, yung isa magiging U1 prime. Bagong value.
Tama.
Tama ba? Kasi nagbago tayo ng origin. So, that means, magkakaroon tayo ng work done, prime, is equal to negative U2 prime minus U1 prime. Does that mean na if the values of potential energies are arbitrary, it depends on the origin, yung work done din ba is nakadepende sa origin? It turns out no. The
Mm,
work done would be the same.
tama. Kasi
Okay?
difference
So
lang
that
pa eh, no?
means, yes, it's the difference. Nagbago ba yung distance nito nung
Hindi naman
nilipat
po.
ko yung origin? Hindi. So that means, even though the values of potential energies are arbitrary, which is dependent on your choice of origin, the work done itself does not depend of your choice of origin. It is invariant on your choice of origin. Okay? So, nakadepende lang siya kung ano yung displacement mo.
Tama.
Okay? So, yun. So, at least nalalaman natin. No? So, that means there's only one value for work done. Pero yung corresponding potential energies, they can be any value. No? Depending on your choice of origin. So, at least, na-clear natin no yung arbitrariness na yan ng potential energy.
Tama.
Okay, so that is the work done. Work done by gravity. Dapat yung lilagay ko dyan. We also have elastic potential energy. Okay, so let's say we have a spring. Okay, we have a spring. Then yung spring na yan, in-stretch ko by X units. Okay, from, let's say itong broken lines na to. Ito yung equilibrium position. Okay, so that means yan yung original length ng spring. Okay, so
Tama.
if I don't touch the spring at all, hanggang dyan yung spring. Then if I stretch the spring X distance from that equilibrium, so that spring will acquire potential energy. And that potential energy is the elastic potential energy. Okay, so the elastic potential energy is equal to 1/2 kx squared. Okay, so dyan siya equal, no? So 1 half kx squared. So that's the elastic potential energy. So what is K? Yan yung spring constant. Okay, K determines how strong the spring is. So ibig sabihin, if the spring is hard to compress or stretch, that means its K is high. Okay? If the spring is easy to compress or stretch, its K is low.
Ah,
Okay?
okay.
So that means K determines the strength of the spring. So the more that the K is high or have a large value, that means your spring is strong. Okay?
Pero
It's hard
pero
to
ano naman
stretch
po siya
it
na?
or it will be hard for you to compress.
Less
Yes?
elastic po siya as a result.
Yeah. Yes, yes. Oo. So mahirap siyang ma-stretch or compress kapag mataas yung K, no? So yan yung nagde-determine. And then the X is yung layo nung na-stretch mo from the equilibrium position. Then multiply mo lang siya sa 1/2. Okay, so yan yung elastic potential energy. Actually, you can derive that from what we call the Hooke's law because springs follow Hooke's law. Okay, so F is equal to negative kx. What does this mean? So this F is the restoring force. Okay, restoring force. And then X is your displacement. Okay? So that means if this is your spring, you stretch it to the right. So that means your X, let's say this is the equilibrium position. Yung X papunta dito. Right?
Tama.
So, but since sa formula may negative, so that means the restoring force will go in the opposite direction of the displacement. So, ibig sabihin, dito siya papunta. Yung restoring force. So that means if you stretch the spring wants to go back to its original length because of the restoring force. Okay? So if you stretch the spring wants to go back to its original length because the restoring force wants it or wants the spring to bring back to original length, no? So gusto niya bumalik yung spring sa dati. Okay? So yun yung nangyayari, no? Okay, because of this restoring force. So the restoring force is always opposite of the displacement. So palagi siyang opposite. Okay, so kapag naman kinompress mo yung spring, what will happen? Let's say this is the equilibrium. You compress the spring, so yung naging displacement niya is this one, x. So saan magiging papunta yung restoring force? In this
Na
direction, right?
tama.
To the right. So that means the restoring force um, will bring the spring back to its original length, no, by pulling it to the right direction. Okay? Kapag binitawan mo siya. So pag binitawan mo yung spring, the spring will go back to its original length because of the restoring force. And bumabalik yung spring sa dati niyang length kasi nga meron na siyang potential energy. Kasi ano ba yung potential energy? Potential energy is stored energy. Okay? So if you stretch or compress a spring, so the spring stores this potential energy. And then once nabitawan mo yung spring, what will happen to that potential energy? That potential energy will be released. It will be converted into kinetic energy. So if you release the spring, okay, babalik siya sa dating length because its potential energy, yung na-store niyang energy, is yun yung magagamit niya para bumalik sa dating length.
Yo, baba.
Okay?
Tama.
So that potential energy will be released. It will be converted into kinetic energy. So that's why babalik yung spring sa dati by this restoring force.
Baba.
Okay? And in fact, no, in fact, yan nga yung nagkakaroon ng work done eh, yung restoring force na yan, no. So yan yung nagkakaroon ng Yan yung nagkakaroon ng work done. Okay, so that means work done by the spring force equal to negative kx times dx, di ba?
True.
From initial length to final length. So, magkakaroon tayo ng negative k x squared over 2 from xi to xf. So, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 1 half kxf squared plus 1 half kxi squared. Or negative 1 half kxf squared minus 1 half kxi squared. Yan, magiging ganyan siya. Okay, and let me define this as elastic potential energy. No? That's 1 half kx squared. So that means negative u2 minus or uf minus ui. So ganun pa rin. Work is negative change in potential energy. Okay?
Tama.
And also, nakuha natin to, yung elastic potential energy. So, dalawang potential energy yung na-encounter natin. The gravitational potential energy. Okay? So, dahil sa gravitational potential energy, if I release an object in a gravitational field, what will happen to that object? It will fall. Because its
Tama.
potential energy will be released and converted into kinetic energy. So, that's why malalaglag siya. Okay? Ganun din sa spring. Okay? Because of the elastic potential energy, if I stretch or compress the spring, okay, and then if I release the spring, so okay, if I stretch or compress the spring, magsustor siya ng elastic potential energy. And after I release the spring, that potential energy will be released and mako-convert siya sa kinetic energy. So that's why the spring will go back to its original length. Okay, and yung magbabalik sa kanya is the restoring force.
Tama.
Okay, so yun yung summary nun, no? So at least nakapag-encounter tayo ng two potential energies in this session. So
Mhm.
wow,
Tama.
kami na agad tayo no ako. No? Wait. Okay, so let's go back.
Sige.
Okay, so anyway, try natin to example na to. Let's say meron tayong object na merong mass m. Okay, 0.26 kilograms. And then, okay, hindi siya nagmo-move. Let's say nasa ano siya, no? Paano ba yun? Parang siyang golf ball. 'Di ba? Golf ball, no? Okay, ayusin natin. No, OC ako. Yan, golf ball. Yan. Okay? Tapos, um, you hit that golf ball. Okay, pinalo mo siya. So, from initial velocity, after mo siyang paluin, magkakaroon siya ng velocity na V sub 2 equal to 2 meters per second. Okay? After mo siyang paluin. No? So, magkakaroon siya ng V sub 2 na velocity. Okay, so the question now is, what is the work done by the force applied to the golf ball? Okay, kasi di ba, from rest, nung pinalo mo, naging 2 meters per second siya. So the question now is, what is the work done by the force so that makakapag-accelerate yung golf ball natin from 0 to 2 meters per second? Of course, after 2 meters per second, ano na yan? Constant velocity na yan.
Tama.
Okay? 2 meters per second na natin. 2 meters per second. So, ibig sabihin, nagkaroon lang yung work done. Okay, exage ko yung distance. Nagkaroon lang ng work done yung force during this displacement. Dito lang siya nagkaroon ng work done. And not the entire path of the golf ball. Okay? So, nagkaroon lang siya ng work done dito. Kasi, dyan lang siya nagkaroon ng acceleration. Okay? So, gets ba? So, dyan lang siya
Tama.
nagkaroon ng acceleration. No? So, what is the work done? Initial kinetic energy is 1 half m v1 squared. So, this is equal to 1 half. What is the mass? The mass is 0.26 kilograms. And then the initial velocity is 0. Or what is the answer? So, it's 0 joules. And then K sub 2 is equal to 1 half m v sub 2 squared equal to 1 half 0.26 kilograms times 2 meters per second. Hindi pala ito yung squared. Ito yung squared. Ayan. Okay. Second
Tama.
and then squared. So what is the answer there, no? So 2 squared times 0.26 divided by 2. So the answer is 0.52 joules. Okay, so that means work done now is equal to um, change in kinetic energy. So final minus initial. So that means that is equal to 0.52 joules minus 0 joules. So the work done by the force is 0.52 joules. So nasagot natin siya without knowing um, yung kung ano yung force applied and kung ano yung naging displacement. Okay? So, di na natin naging concern yan. Our only concern is the change in velocity. Okay? So,
Tama.
yan yung naging work done by the force. So, ibig sabihin pala, it would require 0.52 joules of work done by the force so that the 0.26 kilogram mass object will accelerate from 0 to 2 meters per second. Okay? So, yun pala yung
Tama.
kailangan. No? So,
Nakaka-calculate.
that is the summary.
Tama.
Okay, so let's go to conservation of energy.
Yan na.
Ayan na, conservation of energy. Okay, so mabilis lang talaga yung discussion natin kasi sobrang basic lang talaga nung ano no nito. So magsa-start talaga tayo sa basic no before tayong mag-discuss ng mga complicated soon.
True. Of course, bro.
Okay, so let's go to law of conservation of energy. So let's say I have a particle in space. Okay, so let's say this is your particle. So let's start at point 1 and then let's move the particle to point 2. Okay, so from point 1, nag-move si particle to point 2. And then ano yung naging path niya? This broken line. Okay, so yeah,
True.
ito yung
Tama.
naging path ng particle natin. So we can say that this object has total energy. And that total energy, I will define that as the sum of its kinetic and potential energies. So that's the total mechanical energy. So what we call the total energy or total mechanical energy. Okay, so by the law of conservation of energy, so under a gravitational field, okay, actually pwede nating gawing technical yan mamaya. So under a gravitational field, the total energy of a particle moving through space, okay, must be conserved or constant.
Tama.
Okay, so under gravity, the total energy must be constant.
Yun. Tama.
Okay? So if we want this to be more technical, okay, because gravity is classified as a conservative force.
Hmm. Meron ba bang hindi?
Okay? Conservative force. Meron bang hindi conservative?
Tama.
Uh, yes, meron. Magnetic force is not a conservative force, no?
Hmm.
So, i-discuss natin yan soon kapag nasa higher classical mechanics na tayo. Okay? So, yung gravity is conservative kasi isa sa mga defining features ng conservative force is that its close integral must be zero. So, yun yung isa sa
Yun,
mga requirement.
yun yung ano,
Okay?
quality.
So, it's path integral must be zero. Pero syempre, i-define na lang natin yung soon kapag nag-higher physics tayo. But anyway,
Yung ba po yung mirroring?
yung,
Yung integral po yung mirroring.
oh yes, yes, yung may
Yun
ring.
pala po ba?
Ang cute na.
Opo.
Oh, ang cute nun. So anyway, okay, in general, under conservative forces, okay, E must be conserved. Okay? And also, under a conservative force, the work done by that force, work done by that force must be path independent.
Ah,
Okay?
true,
So that
parang ano po
means,
na, sa magnetic kasi po, yung depending on yung direction yung in its field, mag-iba po na.
yes, yes. Oo. So at least no,
Ganun pala.
meron ka ng prior knowledge. So halimbawa, ito yung ground. Okay, okay, lagay ko na yung origin sa ground. And then ito yung mass mo. And this is that is your mass. Gusto mo siya mag-move from this point up to this point. Okay? So there are infinite paths I can take from point 1 to point 2. So I can just go in a straight line. Yan yung pinakamadali. I can go in this direction. I can go in this direction or I can go in this direction. Okay? But of course, the gravity always acts downward, right?
Hmm,
So, and since gravity is a conservative force, that means sa lahat ng path na to, path 1, path number 2, path number 3, path number 4, sa lahat ng paths na yan, pare-parehas lang yung work done.
hmm, tama ba?
Okay? So the work done by gravity is path independent. So it doesn't matter. Ano lang yung nagmamatter sa work done? The endpoints, the initial and final position. So aka yung kanyang y1 and y2. Okay, kasi nga, yung work done by gravity is negative u2 minus u1. Okay, which is, ito yung potential energy niya sa initial, and ito yung potential energy niya sa final. U1 and U2 respectively.
Tama.
Okay? So, at least gumawa na tayo ng mga ganyang generalizations. Okay? So, again, under a conservative force, the total mechanical energy must be conserved. And also, under a conservative force, the work done by that conservative force or i.e. gravity, okay, must be path independent. Okay? So, path independent siya. Okay, so at least, no, meron na tayong generalizations. Okay, so kahit saan ka pumunta dito, kahit dito, 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 pare-pares lang ng energies yan. Okay? So, the same energy. Hindi magbabago yung kanyang total mechanical energy. Of course. Okay, and okay. So, syempre, magiging conserve lang yan if walang outside forces. Okay? Um, kapag walang air resistance, ganun, walang friction, okay? So, doon lang mangyayari yan. Okay, gets ba?
Opo.
Okay, so, yun lang. Okay, mangyayari lang yan for an isolated system if ang nag exist lang is yung conservative force. Okay? Pag may mga non-conservative force na, medyo nagbabago na yung kwento.
Opo.
Okay, kapag meron ng mga non-conservative forces, no? So try natin yang ma-encounter later, no? Yung mga non-conservative forces na yan. Okay.
Opo.
So Okay, anyway. Okay, let me go to my notes. Okay, try natin 'tong example na 'to. No, so meron tayong pendulum. Okay, meron tayong pendulum. Okay, so let's try this. So let's say yung pendulum natin is bumaba siya. Okay, bumaba siya pababa, no? So from this position, okay, binitawan mo yung pendulum, napunta siya dito. Okay, so from initial velocity, then syempre nung bumaba yung pendulum, bumilis. So naging final velocity na siya. So the question now is, ano yung magiging velocity niya pagdating niya dito sa lowest point? Okay, so na-imagine mo ba yung situation?
Aba, para nag-ano
Okay,
lang,
so ano yung
na,
magiging nalaglag lang siya, no? So
aba,
ano yung magiging velocity niya sa final, no? If mag-pendulum siya papunta dito sa okay, near dito sa chosen origin natin. So, again, so dahil yung energy is conserved under siya ng gravitational field, okay, so yung energy dito, okay, at yung energy dito must be conserved, right? So it must be conserved, no? So
ah,
mangyayari is that yung energy dapat parehas lang sila. Okay? So dapat parehas lang sila. So mangyayari, let's
aba.
expand this. K1 plus U1 equal to K2 plus U sub 2. Okay? And then what will happen? So magiging 1 half M V1 squared plus mg y1 equal to 1 half mv sub 2 squared plus mg y sub 2. Ayan. And then, since yung m is common sa lahat ng terms, so pwede natin sila i-cancel. And then, let's multiply this equation both sides by 2. So, magiging v sub 1 squared plus 2gy1 equal ngayon to sa v sub 2 squared plus 2gy sub 2.
Ayun.
Ayan. So, magiging ganito na equation. And then, syempre, ang hinahanap natin is final velocity. So, ang initial velocity is v0. The final velocity is v. Okay, so mangyayari, v0 squared plus 2g y1 equals to
Kaya pala
v
na-derive
squared
po yung ano yung
plus 2g.
V squared po na. Kailangan pala ng
Oo,
prior
oo, oo.
understanding of energy, kinetic energy.
Mm. So, di ba? Ano ba yung v0 natin? Zero, right?
Opo.
So, ang initial velocity is 0, so wala na to. And then, ang pinili nating origin is ito. So, pagdating niya dyan, nasa y2 is equal to 0 na siya. 'Di ba? So,
Opo.
parang we place the origin in a location that will be convenient for us. Okay?
Opo.
Sa calculation. So, yung y sub 2 is magiging 0 na rin. So, what will be left with is 2g y1. So, v now is equal to square root of 2g y1. Okay, nice. So, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng square root of 2 times 9.8 meters per second squared. Okay, times y1. Y1 is 0.5 meters. So, the value now is square root of what? Square root of 2 times 9.8 times 0.5. So, ang sagot is 3.13 meters per second. Okay, so from 0, nag-accelerate siya sa 3.13 meters per second squared. Ay, meters per second.
Tama.
Okay.
Tama.
Okay, sige. So, let's proceed. Okay, so at least alam na natin kung paano gamitin yung conservation of energy, yung conservation of energy. Okay, so nga pala no, itutuloy natin yung discussion nito, itong part na to. Okay, next meeting, okay? So mas magiging ano pa tayo no. Try nating i-include yung iba pang mga points. Isasama ko sila dito sa notes. Okay, para organize. Okay, sige. Punta muna tayo sa force and potential energy. So actually, force and potential energy are related. They are directly related, right? And in fact, the force is the negative gradient of the potential energy. Okay? Where this notation is called the nabla operator.
Oh.
Okay? So it is called the nabla operator or the gradient operator. And gradient operator is a vector. Um, Actually, equal siya sa I hat partial over partial x plus j hat partial over partial y plus k hat partial over partial z. Pero turuan kita ng isang shortcut nito. Actually, this partial over partial x can be we can use this. Okay? And then yung
Tama.
ito, partial y, I can use this notation. And then over partial z, I can use this notation. Shortcut yan. Okay, so ibig sabihin, the nabla operator is equal to I hat partial x plus j hat partial y plus k hat partial z. Gets ba?
Tama.
Okay, so shortcut natin yan. Okay, so dyan pala siya equal, no? So let's have an example. So let's say we have a potential energy of mgy. Well, ano ba yung mgy? So let's say this is the origin. Ito yung mass. Ano yung potential energy niya? mgy. Tama ba?
Tama.
Okay, so mgy yung potential energy niya. So ang tanong is, what is the force? Conservative force experienced by the particle. Kapag nakakaranas siya or kapag meron siyang potential energy na mgy, what is the force experienced by the particle? So, F now is equal to negative nabla of potential energy. Let's expand that. Negative I hat partial x plus j hat partial y plus k hat partial z of the potential energy. Ano ba yung potential energy? mgy. Okay? So, mgy. Okay, act natin yan lahat sa kanila. I hat partial x of mgy plus minus j hat partial y of mgy tapos minus k hat of partial z of mgy. Tama ba?
Tama.
Okay, so dinistribute ko. What is the derivative of mgy with respect to x?
Derivative of mgy with respect. Wala lang po. Ay, with respect to x na. So,
Ano siya?
derivative of 1? 0?
0. Yes, good. 0. Kasi
0.
wala siyang x dependence.
Tama.
Yes, 0. So wala siyang x dependence. What is the derivative of mgy with respect to z?
0 din ba?
Okay, 0 din, right? So what is the derivative of mgy with respect to y?
Yan na yung MG ba?
Okay, mg. So magiging negative mg j hat. So that means the force experienced by the particle is the weight mg j hat.
Mm,
So that means the force experienced by the particle acts downward, which is exactly the gravity.
nga ba?
Okay? So, ibig sabihin, this formula is valid. Okay? The force experienced by the particle is equal to the negative gradient of its potential energy. Okay? So, that is the gradient operator. Okay,
Oh,
anyway. So, let's proceed further. So, let's go to power. Okay? So, the power
and
or the
power.
average power is equal to um, work done divided by time. So we want to calculate, okay, the work done by the force per unit time. Okay, so let's say the force has work done on the object equal to 10 joules. Okay, pero walang information to on kung gaano kabilis, no, how fast this force uh, gumagawa siya ng work, 'di ba? Doon sa object, no? Para magkaroon siya ng total of 10 joules of work. So pwede din naman na the force has work done of 2 joules per second um, of work. Okay? So the work done of 2 joules per second to the object. Okay? So pwede din naman ganyan. So ibig sabihin, in 5 seconds, makukompleto niya yung 2 joules. Ay, 10 joules o total of 10 joules of work. So ito, pag ganito yung tanong natin or pinag-uusapan natin, so we're talking about power. Okay, which is the work done per unit time. And it turns out na itong work done per unit time na to, 'di ba? Power is equal to work per unit time. Okay, work per unit time. So equals siya sa F delta X over delta T. Right? So that means it is equal to F delta X over delta T. And what is delta X over delta T?
Uh, F delta V. F ano po na? F average velocity.
Okay, average velocity. Okay, so ibig sabihin, the power is equal to F times the average velocity. And in fact, kasi dot product to, 'di ba? So ibig sabihin, the power is equal to the dot product of force and average velocity vector.
Hmm.
Okay, so equal siya sa dot product, no?
Okay. Ganun
So
pala.
kaya ito siya. Okay, and ang SI unit niya is joules per second, which is we're going to call it watt, okay, or watts, capital W. Other units are horsepower, which is equal to 746 watts. Also, the power can be expressed as the derivative of work with respect to time, okay, which is equal to the integral, okay, of F dot dV.
Hmm. Tama.
Okay, so dyan siya equal, no? So, alin man dyan, pwede siya maging definition yan. No? So, anyway, let's try this example. Okay, so let's say, ulitin natin yung solution. Hmm. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, it's too messy. Ayan. So ito yung original problem, no. Okay, so let's say we have an object on an inclined plane attached to this string. Okay, naka-attach siya dyan sa string na yan. And the mass of the object is 70 kilograms. And then the velocity is 2 meters per second. No? So, kasi ang gagawin kasi ng motor is the motor will pull this object along the inclined plane at constant velocity. Okay, equal to 2 meters per second. Okay, so the question now is, what should be the required power of the motor to do that? Okay, para ma-lift natin siya ng 60 meters above the ground at constant velocity. Okay, so what is the required power by the motor? So let's use this formula. Okay, so we have, magagamit ba natin yung formula? Siguro ano na lang, yung,
Medyo,
so constant velocity di ba?
mm, kung constant yung velocity, so yung average velocity is just the velocity. Hindi ba ba? So, pwede siguro yun.
Okay, magiging average velocity is just the velocity, di ba?
Tama.
Okay, yun yung magiging average. Kung constant naman siya. So, ibig sabihin, okay, so mag-build tayo ng free body diagram. Okay, FBD. So, FBD. Okay, so free body diagram. So, this is your X and Y. Of course, dahil inclined plane to, so our axis will be tilted. Okay, so XY. Okay, so the gravity acts in this direction. Pababa siya. Okay, downward. The gravity is downward, right? So mg. Okay, and where's the normal force? The normal force is always perpendicular to the surface. Okay, so that is the normal force. Okay, so normal force yan. So dito naman siya papunta, normal force. Tapos yung tension is papunta dito. So that is the tension force. Okay, so yan yung tension force, no? Okay, pwede na natin siyang i-plug in dito. So what will happen is that this will be the weight, mg, and then ito yung magiging normal force. And then this will be the tension. Okay? And then of course the angle of the inclined plane will be equal to this. Ayan. So kompleto na yung ating free body diagram, right? So now okay, in the x-axis magkakaroon siya ng x component. Okay? So weight of x, weight along x, and this is the weight in the y direction. Okay? So ito na yung components niya, no? And then what's next? Anong gagawin natin? Okay, so what will happen is that the sum of the forces along x equal to tension minus wx, right? And then the other one, the sum of the forces along y is equal to normal force minus wy. Okay, so anong gagawin natin? Dahil constant yung velocity niya along the x direction, ano yung acceleration niya?
Zero?
What? Okay, zero yung acceleration,
Tama.
right? So that means in the Newton's second law, max is equal to tension minus wx, right? So what is wx? Well, ax is zero, so zero. Then this will become tension minus mg. Of course, this wx is the opposite side. So therefore, Wx is mg sine theta and Wy is mg cosine theta. Yan, magiging ganyan siya. So that means this is mg sine of theta. So what is the tension? Tension is equal to mg sine of theta. Okay, so this is now the tension force. So this is the required tension na dapat i-exert ng motor doon sa object for this object to have constant velocity. Okay? So, dapat ito yung i-exert niya. No? And actually,
Oh.
itong formula na to, di na to required.
Mm.
Okay, hindi na required yung formula na yan.
Wala kasi nga na
No? So, dahil hindi na siya required, huwag na natin siyang gamitin. So, the power now is equal to F dot average velocity. Okay, so the average velocity. So, now, the F is the tension times average velocity times cosine of theta. Kasi nga, dot product. Pero ano ba yung angle between tension and average velocity? Balik tayo sa figure. Ano yung angle between them?
0.
Zero kasi pantay sila, 'di ba? So kung
Tama.
zero, so that means this is equal to T times V.
Yun.
Okay? So uh, this is now equal to mg sine theta times the velocity. Okay, let's calculate the exact power. The mass is equal to 70 kilograms, 9.8 meters per second squared. Tapos sine theta, sine 60 degrees. The angle of the inclined plane is 30 degrees. So 30 degrees to. Then the V is equal to 2.0 meters per second. So ano kaya answer dito? So the required power is 70 times 9.8 times sine of 30 times 2 equal to 686
Meter per second.
watts.
Ayun ba? Ay, hindi ba po
Okay?
6860? Ay, hindi. Kasi 2.0 po na. So, 686
Yes,
watts.
yes, 2.0.
Watts.
Okay, 686
Ayan.
watts.
Oo, okay.
Okay, okay.
Ganun pala.
So,
Tama.
okay, nice. So, 686 watts. So, that is the required power. So, dapat, yung motor natin is nagsusupply siya ng 686 joules of work per second.
Mm,
Okay, so that yung box natin is malilift siya at constant velocity.
tama.
Nice. Okay, so at least, no? Okay.
Mm,
Okay, so that is the power.
mm,
Wait lang. Tingnan natin kung may iba
mm.
pa tayong kailangang i-mention. Hmm. Okay. So what if ito? So banggitin ko na rin. Hinahanap ko ano pa yung ibang required na kailangan natin i-mention. So, i-erase this first. Ayan. Okay. So, what if we combine, okay? potential energy or no, gravitational potential energy. Okay? Gravitational potential energy and elastic potential energy. So, ano nga ba yung gravitational potential energy? Kasi, di ba,
Mm,
sabi natin kanina, okay, kasi actually, parang, hindi pa nga ganun ka-general yung statement ko kanina, no? Kasi, ang example ko lang
tama.
is gravity, right? So, in general, if you have conservative forces, so, under conservative force, the total mechanical energy of the particle must be conserved. Provided na, provided um, na syempre, hindi siya nakakaranas ng non-conservative forces, right? Kasi,
Tama.
ano yun eh, magbabawas yan ng ano, di ba? Ng, ng energy. Okay, kung hindi, kailangan natin i-modify yung equation natin. But anyway, no, um, okay, wait lang. Okay, if meron tayong ibang mga, okay, what if merong non-conservative, kasi pwede natin siyang samahan ng non-conservative force, just like friction or well, other non-conservative forces or like air resistance, 'di ba? Mga non-conservative forces. So, we need to modify our conservation law. Okay, ito, linawin natin, no? So, let's say we have in general, okay, in general, okay, so in general, potential energy must be in this form, right?
Tama.
Okay, so in general, we have K1 plus U1 plus work other equals to K sub 2 plus U sub 2. Okay,
Mm,
so
tama.
ito yung mas general form natin, no? Okay, kasi ano ba tong potential energy na to? So this potential energy is not only gravitational potential energy, this is not only elastic potential energy, it can be a combination of elastic and potential. Okay? So if there are two acting forces like the elastic force and the gravitational force, of course, ano yung magiging total potential energy ng particle? Okay?
Ah,
Gravitational potential energy plus elastic potential energy. Okay?
so,
If ganyan
may,
siya, ibig sabihin, there are two forces, di ba? There are two
meron ba bang
forces.
system that was made to, pagbaga, maximize the number of, potential energies o kaya kinetic energy?
Hindi naman. Well, we can imagine a system na sobrang daming potential energy and we can imagine that, no,
Kumbaga,
system. But of course, it will become
spring
more.
parang elastic po siya, tapos may heat lahat talaga ang dami pong kakalculate.
Oo, pwede. Pero mm, parang ano eh, siguro particle. Oo, yung particle
Tama,
naka-attach sa spring tapos nagmumove siya because of thermal energy and so on. Of course, it will become complicated. But,
tama,
well, we can, of course, kapag physicist, gusto natin, simple tayo mag-iisip. So, let's say, um, we have this um, kinetic energy, of course. Kasi, ano ba yung kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is simply the energy of motion. Okay, so that means we just need to measure the initial and final velocity of the particle and then makukuha na natin ano yung potential, kung ano yung kinetic energy, right?
tama.
Kahit hindi natin alam yung cause nung kung bakit siya nagkaroon ng ganong kinetic energy. Basta alam natin yung kinetic energy ng particle. Okay, and at the same time, once alam natin yung speed or velocity ng particle, malalaman na natin yung kinetic energy niya. Pero pagdating sa potential energy, we need to identify ano yung mga potential energy, no? Um, kung ano yung potential energy na meron doon sa system. So if halimbawa, magkasama yung potential energy, gravitational potential energy, and elastic potential energy. So what do you think will happen? So the total potential energy of the particle would be gravitational potential energy plus elastic potential energy. Okay, so magiging dalawa na. So
Tama.
in full statement, magiging K1 plus U gravity 1 plus U elastic 1 plus other work equal to final kinetic energy plus final gravitational potential energy plus final elastic potential energy. Magiging ganyan na siya.
Tama.
Okay? So, mas mahaba, mas nagiging complicated, 'di ba? Okay? So, pwedeng ganon, no? So that means the total energy is eto, E equals to kinetic plus potential energy. Okay? Or pwede mo rin sabihin na kinetic plus yung sum ng mga potential energies. Okay? So, pwedeng yan yung maging general mo, right? Kung marami kang potential energy. So, in this
Opo.
case, if gravity and elastic lang, edi hanggang dalawa lang. So, magiging K plus U1 plus U sub 2. 'Di ba? So,
Tama.
magiging ganyan yung potential energy niya. No? And in this case, ang interpretation natin is gravitational plus elastic. Yan, magiging ganyan siya. Pero ano naman tong work other? Tong work other is work done by other forces. Other forces na hindi kasama dito sa potential energy. Okay? So, yan yung work done by other forces, no? So, yung other force na yan can be um can be siguro mga non-conservative force, no? So, pwede sila. Okay, so halimbawa, by other forces, let's say mga non-conservative force, no? Kagaya ng friction, okay? So, yan yung mga other works, no?
Lalagay po sa ano po nasa left.
Yes, ilalagay mo siya sa equation.
Opo.
So, syempre, kapag kapag meron tayong, ibig sabihin, kapag yung work other mo is positive, that means it will increase the total energy of the system. Okay? If the other work will is positive, that means the total energy increases. Tataas yung energy, right? Kapag
Tama.
yung work other mo is negative, just like yung anong ginagawa ng friction, E decreases. So that's why, as the block slides along the surface na merong friction, so ano mangyayari? So that system will release heat
Tama.
due to the friction. And the total energy of the system will decrease. And yung nabawas na energy is mako-convert into heat.
Tama.
Okay?
Is it,
It's
tama. Sige ba?
it's not really hindi na conserve yung energy eh. Kumbaga parang nabawasan yung energy niya pero hindi siya nawala. na-convert lang siya sa ibang form.
Hindi na po siya
Kaya
useful.
nga 'di ba yes. Kaya nga 'di ba ang conservation of energy is it cannot be created nor destroyed but can be only converted to other forms.
Tama.
Tama ba?
Tama.
And ito yung nga yung sinasabi nitong statement na to. Okay, na-convert lang siya sa other forms, no? So, syempre, kapag ang work other mo is positive, nagdagdag ka ng energy sa system, syempre, tataas yung energy ng system.
Tama.
Right? Kasi, syempre, it's the natural thing na mangyayari. Kapag naman yung other forces mo will cause the system to lose energy, so that energy will just be converted to other form of energy. So
Tama.
just like heat energy, no?
Ano
So
po?
yan yung mga
Sige po.
sige sige, ano yung question mo?
Ah, yung sa chemistry kasi po, parang may ganun din. Yung increase tsaka decrease ng energy. Is it true na mas
Mm-hmm.
spontaneous? Is it true na mas spontaneous yung decreasing ng energy dyan po? Mas gusto niya po
Yes,
mangyari
oo,
pa.
oo, oo. Hindi naman sa spontaneous, may ano pa rin yan, may power.
Nga ba?
May ano pa rin siya, may energy per unit time na decrease. Oo. So may ano pa rin yan, may power pa rin yan. Kaya nga
Mm,
'di ba meron tayong work done per
true.
unit
Nga
time. Mm. So syempre, nakadepende na lang 'yun kung ano yung power which is energy per unit time na. Well, depende kung ano yung magiging work done per unit time no?
So
Nung
generally po
other
po,
force na
yung
'yun.
is W other ano po, is work other negative generally po.
Yung alin?
Yung work other po is generally negative.
Hindi siya generally negative. Pwede siya maging positive or negative.
Nga po.
Okay? And ano pa yung properties niya? So the work other cannot be represented in terms of potential energy.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Kasi nga, ano yung nagkakos sa kanya? Non-conservative force.
Mm, nga po.
Kapag non-conservative forces, hindi sila ma-represent in terms of potential energy. Hindi kagaya ng work, ng gravity, di ba? Meron
Nga
siyang
po.
mgy, yung elastic, meron siyang 1/2 kx squared. Pero yung non-conservative force, hindi natin siya marerelate
Nga po.
um, sa change, di ba? Kasi ito, parehas sila na U is equal to negative delta U, right?
Nga po.
Hindi, work, di ba? Ganyan siya. Pero yung para sa non-conservative force, like, hindi natin siya marerelate sa potential energy. It cannot be related to
Nga po.
potential energy. Okay? So, yun lang yun, no? And,
Nga po.
okay. So, ano pa ba yung mga tamang terms dito?
When the energy decreases po, does that mean na overall the work is being done on the work yung nare-release yung energy so yung entropy nga po nag-increase. So does that mean na the work is being done from the system po onto the surroundings? So mas ano ba 'yan? Parang is that more favorable nga po?
Hindi, work is being done on the system.
Ayaw nga po na
Oo.
pag ganon.
Oo. Oo. Kasi sa kanya gumagawa ng work eh. Mhm.
True nga po.
Pero
Ganun.
syempre, ang natural thing is, because of that, the entropy of the whole universe will increase.
Nga po, second law of thermodynamics. Still not.
Okay, so ibig sabihin yung friction, ano yung ginagawa niyang work? Again,
Ano po na? Non-conservative siya. So,
Okay, so ang
Info.
ginagawa ng friction is gumagawa siya ng negative
Negative ano
work
pa,
done.
negative work. Kasi gina-release
Yes.
niya as heat pa na.
Yes, yes, oo. So, gumagawa siya ng negative work done. However, ang trick dyan is, pwede nating pansinin yung tinatawag na internal energy ng system.
U.
Yes, internal energy ng
Ano ba?
system. No, or pwedeng U internal. Yan. So, internal energy of the system. So, that means the work done can be equal to the negative change in the internal energy. Pwede natin gawin yun.
Aba.
Okay? Kasi, bakit? Let's say, meron tayong block na nag-slide sa floor. Tapos, yung block, kapag nag-slide, gagawa ng negative, okay, gagawa ng work done yung force. Pero gagawa din ng work done yung friction. Ito, positive work done. Ito, negative work done. So, ano yung magiging result ng work done niya? So, ano yung magiging result ng work done niya? Iinit yung surface ng block at saka yung surface ng floor.
Aba.
Tama?
Aba.
Iinit sila. So, as a result, the internal energy will increase.
Oh. Okay. Aba.
Okay? And that change in internal energy is because of the work done by the friction.
Aba.
Okay? So, ayan siya.
Are there yung non-conservative forces that would increase yung work other?
Yes, oo, meron pang iba. O kagaya ng air resistance, pwede din yun. Oo,
Nga po
pwede
na,
din
tama.
siya. And other, oo, oo. Pwede din yun, di ba? Kasi pinapabagal niya yung object or pwede niyang pabilisin yung object.
Aba. So, meron
Hindi,
yan.
okay. Pinapabagal niya yung object in general. So, di ba?
Aba.
Kagaya ng comet, yung asteroid, pag pumasok sa Earth, umiinit, di ba? Because of
Aba.
friction,
Nag-light up.
right?
Aba.
Yes. So dahil gumagawa ng negative work done, yung air resistance, yung air doon sa meteor, ano nangyayari ngayon? Tumataas ngayon yung internal energy.
Oh, okay. Ganun
Okay?
pala
And
po.
that change in internal energy is exactly equal to the work done by that non-conservative force.
Okay. Sige po.
Okay? So actually we can change this. We can change this to okay, in general, So in general, the law of conservation of energy can be written in this way. Change in kinetic energy plus change in potential energy plus change in internal energy equal to 0. Okay? So, pag nagkaroon siya ng change in kinetic energy, change in total potential energy kung maraming potential energy, and ano yung nagkakos sa change in internal energy? The non-conservative forces.
Okay. Ganun pala.
Okay? So, must be equal to 0. So, this is now the full statement of the law of conservation of energy.
Oh.
And kapag walang non-conservative forces, ano yung magiging change in internal energy?
0.
0. Yes. So, magiging ganyan lang din siya.
Ah. Okay.
So, babalik ka sa dati. Yan.
Aba.
Okay? So, at least, naging general, no? Naging
Aba.
generalized tayo. Okay?
Ganun
Pero,
pala.
again, hindi dinedestroy ng non-conservative forces um, yung energy. Kino-convert niya lang sa ibang form.
Aba.
Because again, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. 'Di ba?
Aba. Aba.
Ganun pa rin, sumusunod pa rin tayo sa rule. Na does that mean that the non-conservative forces violates the law of conservation of energy? No. Anong rebut natin doon?
Naging ano lang po, naging heat lang or sound or something. Nag-transform.
Okay, nag-transform lang siya. But again,
Opo.
if you add all those energies, including the transform energy, ganun pa rin yung energy, hindi nagbago. It's
Opo.
still the total energy of the system, before and after.
Opo.
Okay, so at least, no, consistent pa rin tayo dun sa law. Okay, consistent pa rin tayo.
Opo.
Okay, so actually ito na lahat, no, yung full statement ng conservation of energy. Okay.
Or no.
Actually, itong kinetic energy, pwede pang madagdagan yan, syempre. 'Di ba?
Opo.
Kasi marami yan, no? So, let's say meron kang translational kinetic energy, meron kang rotational kinetic energy, magiging included lahat yun.
Opo.
Mm. Yes, magiging included lahat yun. Okay, so at least, no, nagkaroon tayo ng general statement. Okay, so bigyan kita ng ulit ng task for Newton's laws and work and energy. And then, ipasa mo ulit sa akin, then i-check ko. Then, okay, so kung meron ako ika-clarify sa topic natin ngayon, gagawin natin yan. Okay,
Opo.
sa next meeting. And magpo-proceed na tayo saan na tayo? Nasa momentum and impulse na tayo.
Impulse.
Okay?
Ganun ba?
So, yes, wow.
Opo.
Ayan, malayo na tayo.
Saka ano po,
Okay, sige. So,
nakita ko nga po parang nagko-connect na since dati po sa may thermodynamics sa chemistry, parang ganun na rin po. It explaining it all.
oo. Mm-mm-mm. So, unti-unti yan, magme-make sense na sa'yo kasi
Opo.
inuulit mo. Oo, inuulit mo siya. Okay, sige. So, thank you, no? Thank you
Thank you po. Thank you po.
for this meeting. Okay, so
Opo.
see you on Saturday.
Thank
Okay.
you po. Thank you po.
Bye, bye.
Bye-bye po. Thank you po. Tanan.